What's up? Ranger Raven 5678 here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3. Oh yeah, and welcome back to Warhammer Monday, by the way. So yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I guess it's an official thing. So every Monday, well, let's just say most Mondays, I am going to make a Warhammer video. It's not going to be Total War every week. I don't know what it's going to be. Something to do with Warhammer, but it's gonna be on Mondays because at least now I have something to give you guys, you know, on Mondays and not just a load of nothing. So, or just like a random Dead by Daylight video. Anyways, so let's get into it, man. Stop wasting some time. So, last episode we started with my personal favorite faction in the entire game. Sorry. And and we played the dwarves. Oh, I love these guys, man. I love the dwarves. So it's like I love them because I realized that I play this game in kind of a defensive play style. They have, and when like every time I start the battle, I'm hoping that the enemy will come and charge at me. And if they don't, all right, that's fine. Don't charge at me. All right. I got my cannons in the background, gonna be blowing your asses. Also, I don't know. And forcing you to come at me. And basically, and yeah, and then they also have a bit of a comedic relief. Like, of course, the High King Ungrim has the Book of Grudges, which is hilarious to me and all rights. Plus, they're a pretty decent faction as well. I mean, having the best defenses in the entire game, if not one of them, but I'm pretty sure they do. And then of course they got beards. I mean, who goes out and hate beards, right? Well, probably some people who can't grow them, but you know, we'll leave it at that. Anyways, so today's episode, we are going to be going over Ungrim Ironfist.
I am the Slayer King.
Yeah. So, all right, I was so close to doing Malachi because he's the most recent lord in addition to the dwarves, and a very fantastic addition, by the way. I love Malachi. He is such a his camping is pretty hard, but it is doable. Because it's just because you're surrounded by enemies, and you will have to fight them pretty soon. So, anyways, but there was one thing about Malachi that I felt like I should do first to kind of explain more about it before we play as him. He is a slayer. Now, what is the slayer? Let's read about it. Ungrim Ironfist. There are a few kinds of monsters that walk the world that Ungrim Ironfist has not slain in battle. Armed with the enormous axe of Dargo, Ungrim Amakadura with the R's deals death, carving a path of red ruin before him, while singing songs of old in a booming voice. Atop his head is a bright orange crest that rises above a sturdy horn helmet set with a golden crown. For Ungrim is both a slayer and a king, more than likely the last of the line of Slayer Kings of Kadran. Although, I'm sorry, the alcohol is getting to me. Although Ungrim cannot seek his death in Slayer fashion, he grows ever more restless, leading the throng of Kadran into countless battles. Inspired by his High King and seeking to avenge his slain son, Ungrim marches to war with the least provocation. It was Ungrim who slew the dragon of Black Peak and who broke Creek Head Taker. Come on, I can do this. Creek Head Taker's siege of King Pelgar's citadel in Carrick 8 Peak. The Slayer King has beaten Ogre mercenary Golf. I'm trying to say it. Golfag Mount Maneater. I probably fucked it up. Sorry if I fucked it up. And that's actually the hold up. That's actually the guy that we're getting in the next DLC. The next guy in Ogre. Cool. And held off a Chaos army in the Battle of High Pass. Most dwarves are amazed in Ungrim have lived so long, and none think that a mighty death in battle can be very far. Sorry, y'all. The alcohol is setting in. Anyways, so Ungrim is the king of the Slayers. Slayers are basically dwarves who lived in shame, and they could either live the rest of their life in shame, or they can claim the Slayer oath and become a Slayer, seeking death in battle to, you know, make them not feel shameful or whatever the fuck. All right. Anyways, so yeah. Now before Malachi actually came out, Ungrim was actually my favorite campaign because I love the Slayers. Okay, we're gonna see why pretty soon. But anyways, just real quick, go over the facts and effect. Construction cost 75% less for Slayer building. Equipment cost 50% less for Slayers, Giant Slayers, Slayer Pirates, and Doomseekers. 10% speed for infantry unit, which is actually kind of good for dwarves because they are slow, but they got little legs. Upkeep for Slayers, Giant Slayers, Slayer Pirates, you know, basically all of them. Goblin Hewer and Doomseeker unit, plus 5 melee attack for all Slayer units, including, you know, Giant Slayer and Slayer Pirate. And then the passive ability Journeys In for Slayer unit. Entities cannot die while the ability is active. So let's just get into it, man. I don't know what else to say other than yeah, when I usually play the dwarves, I always used to go with Ungrim until Malachi came out, and now again Malachi is my new favorite. And yeah, he's a Slayer, so what else can I say? Alright. So I bought 2 different types of beers because I knew that this was gonna be a big series, to me anyways, playing the dwarves. And to get into characters, I gotta drink while I'm doing the videos, right? So one of them is sort of like a less hardcore Guinness, and the other one is La Trophée or something like that. It's like a blonde beer, right? Very good, my favorite beer actually. But I realized after like going a week without drinking the black beer that if I don't drink it while making these videos, it's gonna sit in the refrigerator for a while. So okay, I'm gonna do like 2 big gulps. All right. Huh. You know what? I think I'm getting used to it. Oh man, I'm becoming an alcoholic, y'all. But no, seriously, like when I first drank it, like every time I drank it, the alcohol was so strong that it made me cringe.
Slayers, it is time to fulfill your oaths made in Carrick Cadrin.
But now I just took big 2 swigs and I'm like, that's pretty good. Anyways, alright, so let's go ahead and get to it. So, alright, Ungrim Ironfist, the Slayers. Alright, so basically, once you go through the 20,000 pages and stuff like that of what you need to do, so here's the basically where you're at and all this shit. So first of all, you have the homie. Where's he at? He's not too far away. Ah, here we go. So if you remember last week's episode, we did Thorgrim Grudspera, and I recommended, you know, you finish your starting war, all that stuff, and then kill Skarsnik as quick as you can. Golden rule: if you can take out a legendary lord early, do it. Anyways, well, he is not too far away from Ungrim Ironfist. All you really need to do is just start fighting down south, and then, I mean, I don't think Thorgrim ever really tries to fight Skarsnik, which is pretty stupid. But maybe he does, I don't know, because Skarsnik does have to get through him to get to his quest or anything like that. And of course, we will get the Skarsnik at, you know, pretty much probably after the dwarves, because I'll probably end up doing the greenskins, just so hopefully when we're doing the greenskins, it'll be while the next DLC comes out, because they're getting a new legendary lord who looks pretty interesting. Anyways, but yeah, So here is what I usually do with Ungrim, right? So after I finish the starting war and all that stuff, where you will most likely end off at is that you'll probably will be kind of encouraged to go down here and fight scar snakes and stuff like that, which you can, and it is doable. But the thing I do like about Ungrim is that you actually have multiple options where you want to go. First of all, you got another dwarf faction here, so you can always do diplomacy and just try to be friends with them. Try to get like a direct line here of where you want to go. But yeah, this is pretty much where your last battle might end up at, and to be honest, these guys might end up messing them up. If you don't feel like going down south or anything like that, I mean, of course, again, finish your starting war, you can always come back up here and you can fight more green skin. Actually, wait. Oh shit. Hold up, he's not here before. Did they change the starting position? I swear to God, he didn't start here before. Wow, that actually changes a lot then. So wow, okay. So originally I was gonna say after that, after you finish your starting war, if you move up north, you can try to quickly go here and just capture the fort. Otherwise, Kislev is gonna start coming over here and moving up through the mountains, and it's not a bad thing. Dwarves and humans are naturally friends, and Kislev are, well, humans obviously, but it's kind of like a race or something like that. At least with the old grudge system, it encourages you to capture Karak Ungor, but it's up to you. Anyways, then and then if you decide you don't want to do that, then you can go to the right side, which you will be fighting vampires, I believe. You'll be fighting vampires and stuff like that. And if you want to keep expanding east, which you can because they are suitable for this climate, then you can come over here and fight the Chaos Dwarves, which is doable. You can fight the Chaos Dwarves, but there's a reason why they are considered one of the best factions in the game, and they really are. They will kick you, they will sucker punch you in the balls, knee you in the face, jump on your chest with their little legs, and then just stomp on your face. I mean, like they don't mess around. All right. Anyways, let's get into it, man. So I've already went ahead and went through all of the systems that the dwarves usually go through in the last episode. I'm not gonna repeat myself every time because I'll just get bored. I mean, that's just a fact. So anyways, so we got our starting battle. Now here's something that is very unique to Ungrim, in that he can directly hire Slayer units, which makes a lot of sense. Originally before, with the grudge system, and I kind of figured out how this works. So basically, after every 15 turns, the Age of Reckoning will begin, and this basically means that you have 15 turns to spam this bar up as high as you can before it happens. And once you do that, then you can get more units depending on how high you get your grudge system going. Of course, to do the grudge system though, you also gotta do the Great Book of Grudges and stuff like that, and yada yada yada. So, and plus, if you have the most amount of points or whatever like that, you can confederate other factions and stuff like that. So, pretty cool. I like it. Also, there is one more mechanic that I haven't been able to actually do yet, but apparently there's another mechanic called the Deep, which is similar to Skaven, who basically Skavens, they live underground. And if they say, we're Skavens and we fought for Karak Kadrin and we won, stuff like that, it's going to become a ruin. But it is still our home base because, again, Skavens live under there. And then say if these dudes decided, oh, look, that was a cool place, I want to go over here. And then they tried to take it, they're not going to know that we're here until, they try to settle in. And then it's going to go into a battle and yada, yada, yada. All right.
To die in battle.
Yeah, we're gonna kind of blue balls you here, Karak Kadrin, or or Ungrim, or I guess orange balls you. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. So basically, Slayers, they want to die, but they can't just, they can't just accidentally step on their axe or fall on their axes, or they can't just let, a giant kill them. They actually have to fight to the death, and they're hoping they die, but if they end up killing the thing that they're fighting, then it just means to them that their shame is so great that the gods do not allow them to die. Yeah. One of the most emo and depressing units in the entire game, but it works for me. It makes me happy. Alright. So let's go ahead and just do the rundown real quick. So not only is there Slayer units that Ungrim start out with, but he starts out with Iron Drakes, which is really good. Okay, don't get him in battle, but before we go get in there, we got our rundown going on. So we got the Dwarf Warriors, the mighty warriors, very good defense, especially in the beginning. So yeah, they get the job done. Then of course we got the Slayers, so a bunch of shirtless rednecks with axe, and yeah, fucking love them. They're so funny. Just wait until you watch them run and go into battle. They're so cool. Going back here, we got the Thunderers. They're kind of like your basic infantry unit, best style infantry unit and stuff like that. They got some pretty good range. They got armor piercing, all the good stuff. So that's another good thing about dwarves too, is that they're short, so it makes them harder to hit when it comes to range. And then we got the Quarrelers. So yeah, very decent in melee, as it says, but basically you want to keep them at range as much as you can, and they're your archer units, stuff like that. So I got another one right over here, but of course we got the Iron Drakes. So, and then look at their beards too, by the way. Their beards are guarded, I think. They're either guarded or they're just cut in iron. But anyways, the point is, though, they got freaking torpedoes. I look good. And then we got our hero, a runesmith specialist. So even though they're pretty decent in terms of support and stuff like that, go ahead and send them in the front line. They'll be fine. Of course. Last but certainly not least, Ungrim Ironfist, with the most raddest mohawk I've ever seen before, and some very good beard himself. He is ready to die with his brothers, and avenge his son, and then hopefully die later. Anyways, let's go ahead and get them in. Now I have to admit, if Ungrim started off with at least another unit of Dwarf Warriors, then I'd say that would be great. The fact that he doesn't, though, kind of makes this battle a little tricky. I mean, you're gonna win out every time, but again, it does make it pretty tricky in a way. Now I like to keep my Slayer units together because they can just keep chopping down. I'm actually gonna go ahead and send nah, I'm not gonna do that. So just because they're legendary lord, they're sticking with their main unit. So
Ready to serve.
go ahead and stick our spoilers in front.
They have wronged us.
And then I'm gonna do something that I probably shouldn't do. I'm gonna do it anyways. And I'm gonna stick my archer units right next to them. Only because, again, they're pretty decent in melee, and we don't really have a wall or something, which is completely counteracts the whole point of playing the dwarves. You'll want to be a shield wall, but if you don't have anything to wall yourself up with, well, Anyways, so we're gonna send our Slayers over here because they're mainly good for large units and for cavalry units. And of course, as you can see over here, we got a cavalry unit. So the Goblin Wolf Riders, I am not scared of them whatsoever, but we're gonna make quick work of them. Alright, let's go ahead and move them up a bit.
I hear your howls of longing, desperate to be about this. So go, bring me victory. Bring me death.
Yeah. My Slayers.
Find your target.
Alright, let's move them up just a little bit more because otherwise these guys are just gonna go in and just start shooting. Look at we got the torpedoes firing already. The basically grenade launchers. Always a welcome addition. Alright.
Slayers.
Let's go ahead and send the Slayers in. Hopefully they can stop them in time.
The clans unite.
Good.
Holding ammunition.
Time to start them in melee mode.
Bring out the axes.
Bring out the axes, boys. Because here they come.
Yes. Warriors. Attack the axe.
You know what? We might as well go ahead and have these guys fire on them. Alright. We need to move them away. Alright, go ahead and just set this here. And so Ungrim is a very good duelist as well. So I mean, again, we're gonna pretty much blue balls him because he wants to die in battle. We're not really gonna let him though. So here comes the Slayers. Look at them run. Go, boys, go. Yeah. Oh, here they go. They're so fucked. Watch this. Yeah. So unfortunately they ran away like cowards, but I mean, they're goblins. They're gonna do that. So. Oh crap! Yeah, stop them, please. Good shit. Good eyes. Good eyes.
Yes. Yes.
Shoot them. This guy's coming back for more. That is totally fine with me. To make sure these guys don't though. And let's look at the Slayers do their work again. Yeah. Look at that. It's a chopping. There's a chopping everything, man. So another good thing about Slayers too is that they're unbreakable. Meaning, so like if you notice it's the little white bar here, that's a leadership bar. Consider it a second health bar, but if it goes away, if you're playing like the undead or a demon, something like that, you won't die, but your health will go away. But if you're playing as like pretty much anyone else, like you know, dwarves, humans, or something like that, if the little white bar goes all the way down, then that is basically a morale meter. And once the morale goes, your unit will just run away. You can't control them. You can't tell them to stop or anything. They'll just run away. Now they do have a very good chance at coming back into battle and fighting again once they rout, but by the time that happens, man, you'll have to reposition them, get them back into the fight, which could take even more time. And yeah, that's not good. That's why you always kind of want to make sure your legendary lord is with either your legendary lord, a lord, or your hero is near your front lines, your infantry units. That way they can keep the encouragement, because if your legendary lord is near your units, then their leadership kind of gets like a boost or something. So anyways, we won the battle. Big shot there. Let's go ahead and drink the victory. So we'll get unit experience and stuff like that. And what I like to do, if this ever possible, well, actually I'll go ahead and show it to you guys right now, because usually once you win it, your first battle, you'll be able to upgrade your guy. Okay, well, not today. Anyways, so when it comes to Ungrim Ironfist, of course, going up the lines up here is always recommended. You know, it gets death blow, which means that he'll do more damage when his health is low. And of course, you know, you just have so many different things. Great Green Nemesis was definitely something you want to do, which basically gives your weapon strength to your entire army, plus 15%, which is really good when you're going against the greenskins. I mean, you have like, look how much stuff he has up here, man. It's kind of crazy. Anyways, but of course, after getting Route Marcher and trying to get Iron Willed and Inspirational Leader, I like to go for his basically anything that will buff Slayers. You'll want to have at least a good amount of Slayers in your roster because of all the buff that Ungrim comes with anyways when it comes to Slayers. Well, you're just adding more to that, like melee attack for Slayers, and you get an upkeep progression for Slayers, so it's very freaking good. Alright, let's keep going.
Attack them.
And I think I'm kind of wanting to just auto-resolve this one. I don't normally recommend auto-resolving. As you can see, I just lost like half my unit just for doing that. But I'm gonna do it anyways. We'll just occupy it. 200, really not that worth it. But, I mean, we're gonna rest up anyways.
Unlikely. No, I need a beast to fell.
Come on. With all the frickin' thingies. Alright, cool. I don't know why my frame rates are dropping again.
Cadrin weeps. I must fulfill my Slayer oath.
Okay. Anyways, so yeah, so obviously just go for this one. Just get it first. Just get it right off the back. Okay. It's gonna help you with the green skins. Of course, though, if you want to, you can go through this skill line too, which basically buffs Ungrim himself, making him a better fighter. But again, if you want to just take, advantage of your Slayer units, like I said, just go for some of the stuff that you usually go for here. Like for me personally, maybe some construction costs will be pretty good, and then you'll get the Iron Will. Just basically, you're doing this mainly just for the casualty replenishment rate. Then after that, get Inspirational Leader, and then honestly, a lot of people don't go for this, but Lightning Strike can be very good as well. Enemy battle reinforcement time. Basically, if you fight against 2 army, this will increase the percentage or the time it takes for that reinforcement for the enemies to come in. And it can definitely make or break a battle right there. And then of course, you get this thing for the research rate, the upkeep, all that stuff, and then just again, pretty much just go anything that will help your Slayers, well, be more Slayerable. I don't know. So we'll just go ahead and get this out of the way. We're gonna be basically upgrading a bunch of stuff, a bunch of buildings and all that stuff. We might as well get this one. And of course, I like, especially in the early game, always go for growth and stuff like that. Anything that can just boost your growth is very valuable, very good, because then once you get leveled up and stuff like that, you can get a better building, which gives you better benefits, better garrisons, and then it'll allow you to also start making better building for the fucking units and all that stuff. So whew, man, that was a lot. So we also got the technology tree, and really there's what the I was about to say chaos dwarves. What the dwarves start out with, they're all pretty good. This one's more speed for your units, which I mean, if I remember, they all get a base 5% movement speed anyways, from Ungrim, so 15% bonus movement speed, pretty good. Recruitment costs minus 10%, very good for them too. And then of course you got this diplomatic relationship with the dwarf, very good. And I am gonna go ahead and just get that anyways. Because speaking of which, go ahead and get with the diplomacy. And it doesn't really look like we have a lot to work with.
Yes.
To be honest, I feel like these guys are gonna get wiped out at some point. Probably by this. No, that's the faction we're fighting actually. So, let's see if we can get anything. Maybe, how about Ostermark? I think Ostermark actually gets taken out pretty quickly as well, but we'll go ahead and do a non-aggressive pack.
Now what brings you here?
And just get some extra gold. So,
Empire's blessings. Yes.
alright, as if we need more gold, but you know, it is what it is. Alright. Our hero also got a thing for himself too. Also got a commandment. So, and then of course, commandment was to take over a province. You can issue a commandment if you want. So, we'll go ahead and do +4 on the control, because if you see, control goes down, and if your control goes down a lot more, people start getting frustrated, the economy sucks, and then you get rebellions and all that stuff. So, you know, revolutionary war in your ass and stuff like that. Anyways, while we're resting up, might as well go ahead and recruit some units. And I actually have not seen too much of the Slayer Pirates, so I want to see more of them. So hybrid unit, and okay, so their weapon strength is 28. Over here, ooh, oh, but they got about the same melee attacks, so I'll go ahead and just get some more of these guys. So, alright, I'll go ahead and return. So, but yeah, so that's so crazy. I do not remember Asrock, or is that his name? Yeah, it's Asrock, right? I do not remember him spawning up there, so it's kind of crazy to me. Okay. That one gave me the chills. Anyways, so yeah, so like I'm kind of shocked. So with the upcoming DLC that's coming out, I am very excited for it, mainly for the Ogre Kingdom, because I like the Ogre Kingdom. I just don't like really playing as them. Their mechanic kind of seems a little lackluster, but hopefully there'll be some sort of Empire like rework to them, where I like the base of the mechanics. I just wish there was more to it, and I feel like with the dwarves and the empires, they got really nice reworks and stuff like that. It stays true to the faction, and that's really all I needed. All right, so
It is time.
got that. What's going on here? Oh shit.
Yes.
Ooh, that might not be a good battle to do. So you know what? We're gonna need more men. Let's go ahead and recruit some more. Go ahead and get some more Slayer units. Why not? So our next goal is to go over here, because like I said, you always want to finish your starting war before you move anywhere else. But these guys already got 7 units recruited, and he's gonna have more. So, we'll see what he does next, and then we'll have to try to, you know what we'll do? We'll bait him out. Go ahead and get a Lord Demon Slayer. Unit mass 15% and better charge defense. Him.
Demon Slayer.
So we're gonna do something a little it's an old-fashioned trick,
Slayer King.
but it works 99% of the time. The 0.1% of the time, or the 1% that it doesn't usually work, is when the ambush doesn't work. But it's a little trick that I can probably teach some of the new people who are newer to Total War. And let me tell you guys something. If you're new to Total War, you got a lot to freaking learn, dude. I am 300 hours in, if not more. And I'm still finding stuff that I didn't even know, okay? Like, I recently found out how to change your mount. When your lord gets a mount. Say if your lord gets a chariot mount, and you don't want that, right? You prefer them being on the ground, or you prefer them having something else. You can actually change that, but I never took the time to actually learn how. And well, it definitely became beneficial.
We can't all have a chronicler like God.
Yeah, we're gonna have to play it a little sneaky. So here's something that you can do. It's not very dolly of us, but I don't care. I care more about survival.
Damn time. Demon Slayer.
So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna put Ungrim
The Slayer
in ambush stance.
seeks death.
We recruited another lord,
To doom, then.
and we're gonna put him
Aye.
right here, doing nothing. Actually, can we raid? Okay, then that would actually make it even better. And then we're gonna wait, and then hopefully this will encourage the fucking army here to come out of their hole and try to kill Thorgard. And we'll just have to wait and see. Yes. Yes, it worked. Okay, so yeah, this is what happened, okay? So we put our main army into an ambush stance. This means you disappeared off the map for everyone else, and if an enemy army, or any army really, decides to come over near you, like try to pass you, then we have a certain amount of percentage chance to ambush them. And ambushing gives you such a big advantage, it's crazy. Now, of course, sometimes you won't succeed in the ambush and you just have to fight anyways. But if you do succeed in the ambush, then, well, it's gonna be a bad time for them. But basically, instead of going to the hold and trying to fight them, you know, fair and square, we're bringing them out because all they can see is just this one guy, and they're thinking, oh, this is the easy target, let's go and kill him. But little do they know that while they're walking to our one guy, we are waiting in the bushes, just waiting for them to walk on by. So yeah, there's a lot of things that this game does not tell you how to do. Even in the amazing tutorial that this game has, definitely do the tutorial if this is your first Total War game, or even if this is not your first Total War game, you know how to play it, do the tutorial, because the tutorial is actually pretty damn good. Alright, so here's how the ambush works. So the enemy army are, you know, obviously they're marching to their destination and stuff like that. You know, they have no idea that we're coming. We basically have the advantage. We can just flank them from any side we want to, and we have all the time in the world set up. So what we're gonna do is set our dwarves over here, because these guys can still escape. If they get to this white box, to the other end of this white box, then they escape, and they're pretty okay, and the ambush is a fail. Yeah, we're gonna make sure that doesn't happen. Set these guys up here. And then that are pirate slayers, which I have yet to see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they're looking good. And they got shirts. So anyways, we're gonna put our rune lord up up here. So they're gonna, because our front line needs to, well, be very good. And then we'll put two of our slayer units on this side. We'll put Ungrim up there, and then we're gonna, because you really don't, when it comes to slayers, you really don't have to worry about them breaking, because again, they're unbreakable. Their morale is not gonna go down. They're gonna fight till the death. And then we're gonna also, I think we'll put the other slayers over here.
For the ancestors!
Actually,
Hey!
put them with that Ungrim. So let's go ahead and move these guys up here. I'm just gonna move Quarlers back. Put them up here. Alright. So that's those guys taken care of. Then we're gonna get our dwarves, and we need to have them block these guys so they can't just make an easy escape. While that happens, gonna have the torpedoes here and our gunners here. Then of course we're gonna have our Ungrim and the Slayer boys go in with a melee attack. Here we go. They will die in battle tonight. If not, we will. And we will love it. Look at those pussies running away. Fuck you guys then. Let's go, Ungrim.
War of vengeance!
Shall we attack?
They have so much everything to fight.
These Urks are worthy. We demand blood!
On my oath, they die!
Let's go, Slayers. Yeah. Yeah, look at that massive routing they're doing. And of course we got, and then, oh no, and then they're coming in trying to fight us, but look at this. Once again, unbreakable. They're wanting to die. And they're also pretty decent in melee, so I have no problem with these guys coming up and fighting us. Yes, it is. Okay, we need to stop him. We don't want this lord to escape. We want to try to kill him. But we're putting everything on him. Oh, and you guys missed.
Yes! Ready to strike!
Alright, we're gonna put these guys down here and have them try to help out what they can do. Come on, guys, don't stop fighting. Well, don't stop firing on him. Okay, this pussy ain't coming back.
Range fire, range fast!
Another thing why I like the Slayers. At least they won't run away like a little bitch.
My clan fought! Good lad, bring the Urks down!
Yeah, I mean, look at, oh man, I mean, they're playing the way they, you know, copper units need to play, but goddamn, it is quite annoying. There we go. It's coming back. For some reason, I can't click on him.
Kill them!
Come on, chase him down. There we go. Yeah, Ungrim is such a good fighter, dude. And all... Oh, that was a good hit. Holy shit. Come on, boys. Range steal up on him. That was a good hit. Oh my god, that was a beautiful hit.
Axes out!
Doom chaser! Kill Urks!
Oh. And even though these guys are running away, they're definitely gonna come back if we don't take them out now. Said my lord is under attack.
It is a reckoning.
But yeah, he's dead.
Slay the Oathbreakers. The Ironfist speaks.
I say one more volley should be enough to take him down. And there you go. The lord is dead. And look how much health Ungrim still has, dude. That's insane. Alright, well, now all we really have left is the cavalry units. Now they are broken because their lord is dead. And that's pretty much an ambush in a nutshell. So, it's not very dowy of us, but again, I don't care. Fuck it. Alright, well, I don't know if you guys got the replay or not, but if you did or if you don't, I at least want to end it with this, with one final swing to their cowardly lord. Even though we were the one that ambushed them. But anyways, so yeah, as I've said, Thorgrim is my favorite, but that's because I love the Slayer units. Now the Slayer units aren't the best units in the Dwarf army, I don't think, but they're really fun to use. I just enjoy watching them. And I mean, I love the dwarves. I don't know what else to say. But anyways, oh, they got a new lord. Up now, Big Agate. I love the name. Anyways, but as I've said, yeah, Ungrim, I say he has a pretty nice campaign if you're starting out with the dwarves as well. And you have multiple options where you can go. You got some friends over here to the west, not the vampires, but you know, you got the humans. You have another faction over here, and then when you keep going down south, you're eventually gonna run into Thorgrim anyways, so it's not a bad time or anything like that. And then plus again, you keep going down south, or you can go up here and do your mission when you're retaking you know, areas in the map, stuff like that. I mean, it's already encouraging you to go to these areas and recapture what was once the dwarves' home and all that stuff. But you know, really you can just play it to however you want to play. So you can go over here and fight the vampires, you can go down here, keep fighting the greenskins, go over here, fight the chaos dwarves, or go up here and yeah, like I said though, you want to kind of be quick and try to capture this thing. Try to capture, at least that's what I think, unless as I fucking, you know, like I said, if I'm right, I'm very sure Azrak was more closer to the Empire, but I could be wrong. I have no clue, man. But anyways, if he was always there, he doesn't last too long, because eventually the Kislevs will come over here and take Karak Ongor. You kind of, if you kind of want to go north, you'll want to be quick. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, next week we're going to check out Malachi. Maybe. Depends. We'll probably play Malachi. But that's all I got to say. So thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.